Hi kids, well today I'm going to show you how to make our usual family spaghetti bolognese. You'll need a can of this leggos sauce with beef, a sachet of tomato paste, minced garlic, mixed herbs, and normally beef stock, but I've ran out, so I'm going to use a teaspoon or tablespoon of gravy mix. And you also need 500 grams of beef mince. You'll need a pan for your pasta, a big saucepan, and I cook the spaghetti in this large crock pot or any big pot that you have. I'll get the type of pasta, I forgot to get that out. Excuse the video. Okay, and we usually use pasta spirals or shells will work. Now you've got everything, I'll get into the prep. One more thing I forgot to add, you need an onion. You can use a brown onion or a red onion. I just tend to buy red onions, doesn't really matter. Red onions are slightly more spicier than a brown onion. The worst part is peeling the onion. This can be a bit of a pain. So the best way to chop an onion is long ways, so top to bottom, not across there. So we go from the top furry bit to the bottom furry bit. You want a good sharp knife so you don't lose a finger. Then we can peel off this papery skin, which is a horrible job, sometimes takes forever. I'll try and get this done as quick as possible. Okay, we're getting there. Well, that was pretty good for usual. Right, start with the little pointy end. Hold on to that. Chop off the top bits, get rid of that. Best way to chop an onion for dicing an onion, you want to keep this end bit in and make your slices 1/2 centimetre apart or however big you want it, but not all the way through, so it's joined at the bottom. Then we cut across. I'm not sure if you can see this, the lighting's not very good. Cut across the onion, but not all the way. Cut that once or twice, depending how big your onion is. Now you've got something to hold at the bottom, and you just chop your 1/2 centimetre chops until you keep your knuckles, your fingernails out of the way, and then you can just chuck that bit out. Next one, keep your fingers folded in. Go across, don't chop a finger off. Right. That easy, diced onion. I'll just get the pan ready. Here's the pan. I have sprayed it with some oil. Or you can just, if you don't have spray, you just put a bit of oil in there and put it on medium heat. Right, and then we will add, if I can set up my camera on the stove. Oh my God, almost dropped it. Once that's a bit warm, add your onions. Hear them sizzle. Take a wooden spoon, give it a stir. You don't need to cook these very long. You're just pretty much sweating them out so they get a bit heated up. And you take your mince meat, break it up as you add it into the pan. Hopefully you've washed your hands. I use hand sanitizer. So try to break it up a little bit so it doesn't clump together in the pot. I might turn that heat down a little bit. Give this a good stir. So now we just want to brown the meat. Chop it up a bit as you go. While you're waiting for that to brown, I'm sorry the camera's a little bit, I don't think I can get it any lower. I'm sorry, it's going to be as good as it gets. Now I'll add about, I just guessed, but you can add, say, a teaspoon of herbs. And get your garlic we had before. Your garlic. 2 good teaspoons of garlic. A new teaspoon. Usually this is where you put your stock in. Now I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of the gravy, or beef stock, not gravy for normal, but that's what we do today. Now we give this a stir, mix it all in. Let that sit for a little bit. Next, we're going to do the pasta. Now, for the pasta, which we can boil while the meat is cooking, I'm going to do 3 cups of the pasta in the pan. This is enough to feed 4 to 5 people. Then we need to put water in the pan. Enough to cover the pasta. Don't know if you can see that. Turn that on high. And just let that boil. Now, the meat, I'll just move the camera again. The meat is almost brown. I'm going to take my tomato paste, find the scissors, add your tomato paste, you just squeeze it in. 1 sachet is enough for this amount. All gone. Give that a stir. We'll give that a few minutes until all the beef has gone brown and there's no raw bits, and we'll come back. Now, next, the meat's almost cooked. We're going to add the spaghetti sauce in the tin. Should get it all in there. Now this sauce sauce only needs to be heated through. That's why we're doing it nearer to the end. Doesn't need to be boiled or anything. Just like low heat. Let that warm through while you're waiting for the pasta to boil. Once the pasta starts to boil, I'll set the timer for 7 minutes, and then that should be done. We will come back when the pasta's nearly done. Or actually, meanwhile, you can grate some cheese or have some parmesan ready to put on top at the end. Obviously, don't just leave your pan alone. Never walk away from your pan while you're cooking. Every couple of minutes, give it a stir through, and it should be good. Our pasta is getting close to boil. Usually pasta boils for 7 to 8 minutes, so I might set the timer for 8 minutes because it's just starting now. Okay, the timer just went off for the pasta. I'll turn that off. We will taste one to make sure it's cooked. You want it to be slightly firm but soft, so it has a little bit of bite to it. That's done perfectly. We've still got this going. Been stirring it every couple of minutes so it doesn't stick to the bottom. We can even leave that on low for a bit while we drain the pasta. Now you'll need a colander or a sieve. Easy if you just put it in the sink. And hope I don't lose it while I'm trying to film this at the same time. So you pour that in. All of it should go in. Put your pan down somewhere safe. Just let that drain. And then we have 4 bowls ready to serve in a minute. Okay, pasta's ready and drained. I serve it out into the bowls. It's about 2 scoops each, roughly, for 4 people. Okay. Make sure you turned your stove off. Then put your sauce on top. Don't be a messy like me. It's around about 2 spoons each, maybe more. Bit left, so I will just dish that out. Or if there's enough left, you can save it, freeze it. You can have it another night with some pasta. Okay, that's the meat served out. Wash that pan well now. I didn't have regular grated cheese, but I had some mozzarella grated. I usually grate tasty cheese, but I forgot to buy it, so we'll have a bit of this on top. Should be just as good, or you can have parmesan or whatever cheese that you like. Perfect. And we are done. I'll just seal my cheese back up. So, there we go. The Mum's Bogan home spaghetti. Now, you can serve this with toast or garlic bread, something like that. So it's done. Thanks for watching. I hope you manage. This serves, like I said, 4 to maybe 5 people. You can also add mushrooms to the meat if you like mushrooms. which I do, but I'm not eating this tonight. Enjoy.